Hi, I'm Tom Greenwood. This is my YouTube channel, and I just put videos up here about stuff that I think about, and I try and keep these videos underneath 5 minutes. These are just little thoughts, things that I think about, stuff that I ponder. Anyway, so one thing that I've been thinking about, in my previous videos I've talked about money and currency and stuff like that. So another thing I think about is how organizations function and what they look like. And for an organization to function, what I've seen is that an organization has to have a set of rules that it works by. It either needs a constitution or bylaws or something that it works with. And the structure of these bylaws inform the way that the organization will function or won't function. So I'm a novice at really understanding all of this stuff, but some organizations, based on the rules that they've set in place to govern their actions and the way that they function, will change the way that the stuff that they output. So one example is maybe the laws that govern the United States. You create an organization that has these laws, you get a certain kind of organizational structure and shape that comes out of it. If you look at a different kind of structure like a business, they have a different set of rules that they use and that they're governed by that inform their actions. And the kind of rules that they have and the way those rules are set up change the way that that business functions, or a 501c3 or the Boy Scouts of America, you name it. Organization has bylaws and rules that inform the way it functions. Now the interesting thing to me is that there are no successful organizations that I'm aware of that don't have these rules set in place. It's absolutely necessary for a entity, corporation, business, government, not-for-profit, school, you add to the list. It's impossible for them to function without these bylaws. These rules are very interesting to me. And the reason that they're interesting is rules can do one of two things. Okay, so the rule structure that a organization takes is kind of like its skeleton. But I think of rules that govern things, organizations, society at large, as a different thing. So you can create a rule structure, a thought structure, and that thought structure has a certain look. So I can build a cage, right? I could build a cage, and if I build a cage, I can put a dog or a raccoon or whatever, a human being in that cage, and they can't get out of it because of that human being's certain structure. But if I'm a vine, that cage is a lattice work for me to grow off of. So that's the thing about rules, is rules can be a cage for you, or for an entity, or for a business. They can cage it in, or they can be a lattice for it to grow off of. And the same thing about humans. I'll probably talk about thoughts and memes and things like that in the future, because I find them fascinating too. But just for now, the rules that a entity uses can either cage it in, or they can provide a lattice work for it to grow off of, a skeleton for it to function in the world. And I find that very fascinating, how rule structures and thought structures can either limit and inhibit, or create opportunities for growth, or to flourish, or create a different morphology in an entity, in an organization. And it's all based on the rules that they govern themselves with, and the ideas that the thought structures that they put in place to function by. Anyway, if you like my videos, feel free to subscribe. If you want to send me email, go ahead. If you want to hang out, get a cup of coffee sometime, maybe that can happen too. I hope you enjoy this stuff. And yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on rule structures. Anyway, have a good day.